All right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you around the world. Appreciate you getting on our call this morning. Wake up and win. All right, so today I'm especially excited because I have a great special guest, a mindset coach, a mindset guru. I'm going to just send it out to her just to say a few words. She comes from Canada, all the way from Canada. Rochelle Hollington.
Good,
Go ahead and say a few words.
good morning, everybody. I'm very excited. It's a brand new month, and we get to really move in a great direction with new thoughts, new ideas, and new inspirations. Excited to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Rochelle. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Eric F. King, and I help entrepreneurs triple their sales and boost their income without being salesy or pushy. All right. And another thing I do is I love to inspire people every day to wake up and win, right? To have a great day. And by doing so, in order to do so, I like to bring on great speakers that can complement what I have to say so you can even get more value. All right, so today I'm going to start by giving you some tips on sales. Now, a lot of people, when they think of sales, they're afraid, right? Quite frankly, when I do speaking engagements, I ask people, when you're about to go into a sales call with somebody, salesperson, how do you feel? And they're like, oh, feel horrible. I feel like I'm going to be sold. I feel that they're going to be overbearing. They're going to try and trick me into buying, right? So it's an uneasy feeling. So today I want to calm your nerves because I'm going to show you how it's not as bad as you think. Selling is actually a great thing. Real quick, my background is, when I was in college, I was a marketing major, and I wanted to get into advertising or something exciting. But I got hired by a company called Xerox, and at the time it was, a Fortune 100 company. It was like Google or Apple. And at the time, I was happy to get hired by them, but I was sad because they put me in sales, and I didn't like sales. I didn't want to be a salesperson. So I called my dad and I told him, I said, I don't even know if I should take the job. And he said, take the job. He said, learning sales can help you in anything you do in life. So that's what I'm telling you today. Learning sales can help you in anything you do in life. And at first I was horrible at it, but then, within 18 months, I became one of the top salespeople in the whole company, right? Making a six-figure income in my 20s, which was too much for a 20-something year old. That's why I spent it all. But anyway, I did learn, and I was able to move up to vice president of sales, eventually starting my own businesses, and now I help entrepreneurs to level up their sales. All right, so real quickly, let me just share a few things for you. Number one, sales is service. When you sell somebody something that helps them, you are actually serving them. So if you are actually not able to sell it and they don't get it, then you didn't serve them. All right, sales is service. All right, also, sales, there are a lot of benefits to sales for the whole world. Like the economy thrives because of sales, right? The economy thrives because of the housing market, the automobile market, right? So housing, how do you buy a house? Through a realtor, who is a salesperson. How do you buy a car? Through a car salesman, who's a salesperson, right? We're talking about, vacation packages are sold by salespeople, right? Airlines, they buy their planes from salespeople, right? The companies they buy them from are selling them the plane, right? So the whole world runs on salespeople, right? So sales is a good thing. Number two, the fastest way to generate income for you and your family is by being in sales. Why? Because if you have a job, right? Most people have jobs. They probably pay you every 2 weeks or every month, right? And you have to wait until you get your check before you can spend it, before you have any extra money, right? And for most people, if they get their check today and they have to wait another 2 weeks to get another check, a lot of times they run out of money before the check comes, right? And now they're struggling for a week because they have no money. But if you are good at sales, you can have your own offer outside of the job. You can have your own offer, and you can generate money anytime you want. That's what separates salespeople from everybody else in the world, right? Because, again, you can generate money anytime you want. All right, let me just mute that. All right. So like let's say you have an offer, it's a $500 offer, right? And you get paid every 2 weeks. You get paid, I don't know, 1,500, right? And you get paid and you pay all your bills, and you realize that you don't have any money left over. And then you go out and you help somebody with your offer. They see the value, they buy. You have an extra $500 right there. Now you're set for the next week, right? And then if you want to take it to the next level, you can really get good, and you can actually replace your job because you can make more than 1,500 with your offer, right? So that's why I said that it's the fastest way to generate income. All right, real quick, the myths of sales, the myths of being in sales or being an entrepreneur. By the way, when I say salesperson, that's synonymous with entrepreneur, because people think, well, I'm just a business owner, I'm not a salesperson. Well, you are, because the number one way of generating income for your business is selling, right? So a few myths I want to debunk right now. People say, well, I'm not an extrovert, so I can't sell. That's a myth. You don't have to be an extrovert. In fact, if you're an introvert, you can probably be a better salesperson. Why? Because as an introvert, you listen more, you ask more questions, and then you're able to tailor your offer to the needs of your prospect, right? But if you're an extrovert and you just like to talk, then you're just talking about all your features and benefits. You're not listening to what your prospect needs, and then you're losing the sale, right? So being an extrovert is actually, an introvert is actually a benefit, right? Another myth is that, oh, my product is so good, it sells itself, right? It sells itself. Well, there's nothing farther from the truth. Nothing sells itself, especially if you have competition, which most people have competition, right? So your product doesn't sell itself. And there are people that won't be interested because they're comparing you to a lot of other offers out there. And if you don't actually know how to sell your offer, then you're not making sales, right? And the biggest expense in your business is lost sales. That is the biggest expense. People think it's marketing, people think it's systems, people think it's employees. It's lost sales. And I'll give you an example. If your offer is $1,000 and you sell 1 out of 10 because you're not good at sales, you don't know what to do, what to say, you don't know how to overcome objection, you don't know any of that, you sell 1 out of 10. So now you're making $1,000 a month, right? But then if you get good at sales, maybe you hire a mentor, you hire a coach, and you become really good at sales, now you're selling 5 out of 10, or let's just say 4 out of 10, right? Now you're making $4,000 a month instead of $1,000, right? $4,000 a month times what? 10 to 12 months, you're making about $5,000 a year or more. Yeah, what am I saying? You're making 4 times 5. You're making more than 20,000, right? So that's my point. So a lot of people don't realize that every month they're losing money. Every month they're losing money. Every month they're losing money. Not because their product or service is not good, but because they didn't learn how to sell. All right. So I'm going to round up by saying this. If you want any kind of coaching or help, you can reach out to me. I'm at successwitheric.com, successwitheric.com. And I actually have a summit coming up. It's a special event that you can actually come to. It's free. I'm traveling out to North Carolina. I live in Florida. I'm sorry, I live in Virginia. I just came from Florida. I live in Virginia, and I'm having this big event where I'm the only one speaking, right? It's big because there's going to be a lot of people on Zoom. But I'm recording my new program, my new sales course. So when I'm done, I'm going to obviously sell the course. But for you, you get the whole course for free by just coming to the event, right? I would love for you to be a part of my audience. It's virtual. You can watch it from anywhere. So just go to successwitheric.com/summit. successwitheric.com/summit. It's going to be on September 20th at noon, 12 noon Eastern time. And I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be a great event. It's interactive because it's an interactive studio. So the things you'll see will blow you away. It'll blow you away. It's definitely new age stuff. So I'm excited about that. Just go to successwitheric.com/summit, and you can register absolutely free and be a part of my audience. and you get the whole course for free, plus the recording. Yes, I'm giving you a lot. All right, so at this point, I want to introduce my special guest speaker. Now, one thing I talk about in my first week or so of my coaching program is I talk about mindset. I think it's the foundation of everything, right? I can teach you all the strategies that you need to be an effective salesperson, but if you don't have the right mindset, you won't do it. Or if you do it, you'll quit after you get a no or two or three, right? So either way, you need mindset. So I brought on one of the best mindset coaches in the world. Okay, she's gonna share with you her information that she wants to share about mindset, and definitely take notes. Take notes because what she says, as my son would say, is fire. All right. So all the way from Canada, Rochelle Harlington, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Eric. What a wonderful introduction. So as Eric said, my name is Rochelle Harlington. I am a transformational and mindset coach and the founder of Roots for Success, where it's a company where I support people in transforming their lives and understanding their stories and how they can recognize what serves them and what does not. And then they begin to rewrite those stories that can empower them to realign to a greater purpose and abundance in their life. I'm also a podcast host and TV producer of my show, The Transformational Soul Talks, where I get to share those incredible stories of people that have made those amazing transformations in their life from where they were to where they are now, and how they're really embodying that transformation. So this morning I wanted to talk a little bit about clutter. And you're probably thinking, well, what has clutter got to do with mindset? It has a massive impact on us. This was something that I began to do years ago when it was first introduced to me. And it is important because we have clutter of the mind, but we also have clutter around us in our everyday life, in our houses, in our cars, in our offices. And this is very important, controlling that clutter, because as emotional human beings, as people with energy, we get very affected by things that are in our way. We get up in the morning if we're trying to climb over, piles of laundry or, boxes, or we're trying to get things done. Having that clutter affects our performance and our mindset as we begin our day. And this is extremely important. So what I'd like to say is, when you get up in the morning, when you look at the area that you're beginning your day, whether it's your desk or whether maybe it's your living room table where you have everything set up, your laptop, if it is covered in books and papers and sticky notes, and you've got a million different things, this is where I'm going to ask you to really assess where the clutter is. Are you able to focus directly when you get up in the morning? Are you able to go directly to that paper or that day timer and look at it and say, hey, I know exactly what I have to achieve today. I know the things that have to be done first thing in the morning. Or are you crawling your way through 4 different sticky notes, and then you've got a bunch of pencils to the side, and then you're trying to clear off maybe some cups from last night and some plates to get to what you need? If that is, then what I'm going to ask this week for everybody who is on the call today is taking the time to go through that area that is important to you and start to clear it. Now, I know when I first did it years ago, it took me probably about 3 or 4 hours, and I had 3 garbage bags full of just junk, broken pencils and sticky notes, and I don't know, there were some gum wrappers and some candy bars, and I was like pulling all of this stuff out. I was like, oh my God, what is this? So I was clearing the clutter. And what happens when you do that, when you start to throw all that stuff out, that is not serving you to move forward in a day, in your life, in whatever business you are doing as an entrepreneur, or just as a person who is perhaps just, has a job and wants to move forward with flow and ease, is that you're clearing that clutter. So when you get up in the morning, you have that mindset of clarity. You're not trying to clear that out first. So for me, once I began to do that, I would get up in the morning and I would see this very clear desk. And I was able to align what I wanted to do the night before so that in the morning when I got up, that was clear. I wasn't trying to push everything out of the way. But this is also something you can do within your house, because when you clear the clutter, whether it's from that hall closet that's full of shoes, or perhaps it's that, in your kitchen and you've got piles of boxes and containers, you clear the space within your energetic life to bring in new abundance, to bring in new inspiration. Energy goes where there's space. If your life is full of clutter and you're constantly crawling over things, new inspiration and new ideas cannot come in. You start to feel stagnant. You start to feel overwhelmed. And when you try to tackle everything at once, you push it to the side and you say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not going to do it today. You have anxiety about it. So that's why taking a little time, perhaps this week, and this is my little goal for you if you wish to do it, is pick a spot within your home that you want to clear the clutter, because this is important. Take maybe half an hour today, maybe half an hour tomorrow, if it takes you a few days because you're busy, and go through those things that you haven't used, you no longer want. The sticky notes that are from 6 months ago about the grocery list, get rid of it. Clear out the dirty dishes. Maybe there's some chocolate bars. Maybe there's some wrappers. Get rid of that stuff. Look at the files that are currently there. Are they current? Are there things you want first thing in the morning? Perhaps get a day timer if you don't already have one, and start to write the things that you want to see for the next day unfold, and clear that clutter from that desk. So when you get up in the morning, your mindset is clear. You're able to look at what you want to see for the day. And what you'll find as you throw that garbage out, as you get rid of it, and believe me, it will feel extremely good when you're hauling off those garbage bags and you're tossing them and you're like, now I have the space. And that's when you'll feel like, wow, okay, new ideas are starting to come through. Inspirations, perhaps you have clients you want to address. You have things you want to bring to them. Those ideas are going to start to flow beautifully. And you're going to start to feel very comfortable in who you are, because you're able to greet the day in a less cluttered environment. And this goes even if you're on this call and you're just a parent and you're like, well, how does this affect me? Like, how does this go about? I'm just a parent, but it does. Clearing the clutter from your house, going into those rooms and getting rid of the stuff, getting rid of the things that are all around you. And what happens then is you're able to find the clarity in your peace of mind. You're going to bed with less anxiety, less frustration, and less clutter of the mind. And this is something that I have consistently taught and consistently do with myself and with even my children. I talk about the clutter, clearing that out, even on a weekly, just going around and doing that. So that is something that I find is extremely important to begin your journey in whatever you're doing, is clearing that space. And if you look at some of the great people in life who have succeeded very well, you will find that their desks are completely clutter-free. They have their agendas, their day timers, a few things they need to get done in the morning that they get off their plate, that are done, so they have the rest of the day to go out, be inspired, create the world with whatever they want to see happen, and they feel less anxiety every day. So if you'd like to definitely reach out to me, you can go to my website at rochelleharlington.ca, or if you'd like to have my free ebook, which is on my website as well, rochelleharlington.ca, there's a link there, the 5 Principles of Success. Or you can have a quick discovery call with me. There's a Let's Talk button. Connect with me. We'll have a quick chat for 30 minutes. So at this point, I want to wish you a beautiful, inspiring, prosperous day, clearing the clutter from your life. And I will yield the mic back over to Eric.
All right, Rochelle. That was amazing information. Thank you so much. It's funny how much I learned from my speakers, right? I have a day planner, and I have a plan every day, but I still have clutter. So I'm guilty of that. I need to work on that. I won't show you my desk. Lord have mercy, I have everything on this desk. I have things on this desk that are not supposed to be on a desk. So I appreciate you, Rochelle. I really do. So like she said, definitely reach out to her. By the way, she came highly recommended, right? She's a TV producer, right? A podcast host. She's not just the average mindset coach, right? So definitely connect with her. At least follow her, right? Grab her ebook. It's free. It's free. So why not, right? Grab her ebook because success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. If someone is highly recommended to me and I put them on stage, that's because I believe in them and what they do, right? So you want to grab that information. And if you want to take it a step further, invest with her and learn exactly what she teaches, right? And help build your business and change your life. So I want to welcome everybody. We have people from all over the world on these calls. So, we have people that joined us. Shelby, welcome. Chayidza, welcome. Nathan, welcome. We have people from all over the world. And this video, you may be watching it on YouTube, you may be watching it on LinkedIn, you may be watching it on Facebook. It's all over. And here's what I'll ask you to do. I want you to share this video. Share this video on your social media. Share with everybody you know. Let them get the value you got today. Don't keep it to yourself, okay? We get on here. We provide this for you for free. So all we ask is that you share this video and let it go viral so people all over the world see this and they come on our calls in the morning. All right, so as I wrap up real quick, number one, I want you guys to believe in yourself today. As you go out today, believe in yourself, believe in what you're capable of, okay? Don't listen to outside influences telling you can't do this or you can't do that. You can. You can. We have more control over our lives than we think we do, all right? So go out there and believe in yourself. Believe in your offer. Believe in whatever you're offering, because if you don't believe in your offer, nobody else will believe it. Nobody else will believe it also, right? Believe it, and if you don't believe in it, find something else to offer. An offer just means your product or your service. All right. So I know a lot of people are jumping on here at this time. So if you just jumped on, then watch the replay, watch the video. Okay. Go to my YouTube channel, Eric F. King, and you'll see it there, or my LinkedIn, Eric F. King. Okay. So that's where I want to end today. Again, I appreciate Rochelle coming here today, talking about how to get rid of our clutter in our life. I appreciate all of you for being on today. Again, make sure you share this video. And if you want to be part of my audience on September 20th, go to successwitheric.com/summit. You can get a free ticket to be a part of my audience, and I'm going to be in a studio, but you can watch it from the comfort of your home. All right. And in this event, you will learn about selling. You will learn about overcoming objections. You will learn about being confident in what you do. All right. So having said that, make it a great day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.